When I was a little girl, I didn't think there was anything that I liked better than ice cream. Now I'm a big girl, and I've decided there's something I like better, much better. It's called the stuff. And believe me, enough is never enough.
Welcome, people of Horrorwood, to the Horror Seminar, your go-to place for all things horror. Today, I will be reviewing the stuff, Larry Cohen's master sheet, as I love to call it. So, the stuff was released in 1985, a period where there was basically a second wave of alien craze in cinema, especially sci-fi cinema, with alien-themed films such as The Thing and E.T. released prior to this. The Stuff is also an alien-themed film but has a more campier tone than The Thing and E.T. The film follows three characters as they try to save their country from being completely wiped out by the alien desert known as The Stuff. At its core, the film is a satire of consumerist lifestyle in 1980s America, but does so in the most irreverent way possible, which I loved so much. Okay, now let's talk about what I loved about the film. The main thing I love about this film is the dialogue because it's just so unserious and out of pocket. Like, you have the action of the film going on as usual in one moment, and then in the next moment a character just says something so unbelievable and I'm just laughing my head off. My favorite one will always be, "I'm sorry, I mean, I just ate shaving cream."
Everybody has to eat shaving cream once in a while.
I mean, what? I can never not laugh whenever they say that. And the other funny one is my friends call me Mo. They call me Mo because every time they give me something, I always want Mo. And what makes all this dialogue so funny is that the acting is so laughable, but it helps the campy and irreverent nature of the film. Speaking of bad acting and unseriousness, the opening scene is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. You just have this random guy in the snow and he notices the stuff. How does he notice it? None of our business. We just know that he notices it. And then he picks it up and is like, "What the hell is this?" And then, for no logical reason, puts it in his mouth and is like,
Tastes real good.
"Bruh." Another thing I love about the film is that there's a bit of an imbalance in tone throughout the film. Like, there's some scenes where something serious is happening and the characters are trying to communicate their fear. Or there's a body horror scene and the score is so tense. But then the acting of practical effects is so bad and you're just laughing instead of being scared. And I love it because it adds to the B-movie vibe of the film and reminds me of films like Them, released in 1956. And sure, I would have hated it in other films, but it just works like magic in this one. I also really love the look of the stuff itself. It's simple and white and it's just cool to look at. Or maybe I love it because it reminds me of vanilla ice cream. Now, I'm not gonna pretend that this film is 100% flawless. There are a few things that I do not like about it. The first thing being the editing. The film usually cuts during the setup of action in a scene to another scene, only to cut back to that prior scene when it's already in the middle of the action, leaving us, or me, confused as to what's happening. It happened a lot in the early parts of the film and was a bit jarring, but it didn't completely take me out of the film. Also, sometimes the film doesn't even cut back to that prior scene, which makes the editing feel unnatural. But I understand that that was because the film was trimmed constantly against Cohen's wishes, so I can forgive that. But like, we need a director's cut ASAP. I also feel like there was no real setup for the main action of the film. Like, we don't really get to know the origin of the stuff and how they became a dessert. And I mean, you can't really call that random opening scene a setup.
Whatever that could be. It's mighty good.
Honestly, why the actual fuck would you do that? My final problem with this is that there isn't enough gross out moments or body horror. And I know that was because of the film's really low budget of $1.7 million and that most scenes were cut. But still, it was a bit disappointing. Like, I want more melting moments and more of the stuff itself. I love the film as it is, but like, if there's ever a remake, I will be sad. And honestly, I would love to make it or direct it myself. Like, I nominate myself as tribute. Also, fun fact, the motel room was the same room used as Glenn's bedroom in A Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know, I just thought those were really intriguing things. Okay, so I would give this film 4 out of 5 stars. It's very fun and comedic, but not for everyone. If you're looking for a straightforward horror film, then maybe skip this one out. But if you're intelligent enough to love this film for the shitty masterpiece that it is, then go check it out now. Bye! Don't forget to smile.